What's going on, guys? Ron1, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be covering how to handle multiple clothing state changes on your character in VRChat. So in this case we have a vest and a polo. Let's say you want to go from vest and polo to just polo. Then you want to go from polo to nothing. And then from nothing you want to go to vest. And then you want to be able to change between all of those at will. What you would do typically is you would have multiple toggles for multiple the different changes you have, so different parameters. I'm going to be showing you guys how to have all of these changes on one parameter and making things a lot easier on you guys. This is also fully modular. You can add or subtract however you'd like. And yeah, I'm going to be covering this in two parts. The first part is going to be just regular toggles on off, and then the second part is going to be covering dissolve toggles. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go over state changing with regular toggles. So go into your animator. Here you have all of the different states that you want to be going between. And first things you gotta do, set your weight to 1. And now you just make your transitions as if you're just doing any sort of regular animating. Go in here, set this equal to 0 because it's your default. Set this one equal to 1. Set this equal to 2. It's equal to 3, and then you can make it, you can go up to 4, 5, 6, 7, as many as you'd like. And this is all on a single parameter. Make sure your weight is 1, and then just showing you guys that this works. Go to the scene view, change this to 1, change it to 3, change it to 2. Got it working. And now the way that you'll set this up is you'll have your different animations. You set the parameter equal to the same, your clothing toggle. And then for your default state, set that value to 0. Then you set it to 1, 2, and 3, equal to the number that you set it to, corresponding with your transitions. And yeah, that's basic toggles. Next up, gonna be covering dissolve, which is slightly more intricate, but it's more intricate just simply because it's dissolve. There's just some minor tweaks. Alright, so now moving on to dissolve toggles. Now this setup with dissolve toggles is a bit more tricky. There's a lot more behind it, and it'll be a lot more bulky of a explanation here. Now again, I just have to put this out there that this is the way that I do this. There may be other ways to do this, perhaps maybe even better ways to do this. This is just how I do it, and this is what works for me. So if you've seen my other tutorials or anybody else's tutorials on how to set up dissolve animations, I'm just assuming that you have. So just in case, a bit of a recap, we got our 10-second animation here, which involves a dissolve for all of the states that I'm trying to create. Now what we'll do is we'll set it up just like our regular toggles that we had made. Make transition, make transition, make transition, make transition. Make sure that your weight, again, set to 1. And now, another thing you can do just to be 100% sure with this is make sure you have loop time set to off. Loop time set off for all your animations here. And now what you'll want to do is make it so that the transition is towards the end of the second animation. Set it down there so that the little bar, the blue time bar, is set to the end of the bottom animation. So you're gonna have a top animation and a bottom animation. Drag the bottom animation so it's in line with the top one, and then move the blue transition bar so that it's towards the end. Do that with all of them. Do that. And then you'll get some weird ones like this. Just make it so, oh, just drag it to the end of this one. I guess you can't move it for some reason. Just drag it to the end of this one. And then go into your transitions, set your default equal to 0. Then we got 1. Then 2. And then 3. And then we make sure our weight is at 1. And then we test it out. Alright, so go to top. If I hit 1, zoom 2, zoom 3, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 0. Okay, now to make it so that your animations don't go so fast, what you'll want to do is come into your transitions, and sometimes it'll normalize or it'll reset this value of the length right here. So you just want to drag this out a bit, and then it'll be a lot slower, or however fast or slow you want. And yeah, that's how you can get the look that you want. Just know that this will be in control of that. And now on to the final part, which is, in case you didn't watch the end of the previous one, I'll just go over this again. Your expressions menu, so you'll basically just have your 4 states, in this case 4 states, have all of them toggles, have them their different names. First state will be 0. Second state will be 1. And then third state will be 2. And then your fourth state will be 3. And like stated earlier, this is completely modular, so you can add as many of these as you'd like, as many different states. You can also do changes based on other things. However, you just have to remember that because this is a state change, it is completely dependent on one another. So in this case, we're toggling between different outfits. So let's say you wanted to add like a specific toggle for a hat. When you change to that hat state, it is its own state. You can't proceed to take off the shirt and have the hat unless you make that it's a specific state. So in that case, if you just want to toggle, just want to add a hat, I would stick with a regular toggle for things like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps you guys out. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and make sure to be a good person. Don't litter, because littering is damaging the earth, and make sure to drop a few ice cubes in the ocean. Global warming, all that. All right, later.